Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or indeed good evening, depending on your time zone and depending on when you're watching this. I'm James Innes and this is my YouTube show, The Jobs Guru. It is Tuesday, the 18th of August, 2020. I'm delighted to see you all here for today's episode. I extend a very warm welcome to all those who have subscribed since the last episode, and if you haven't yet subscribed, then please do think about subscribing so that you don't miss out on the next episode. Today, I shall be continuing with my regular Tuesday series of valuable interview advice, and I'll be talking about how first impressions count. If you have any questions or comments as you watch them, do please type them into that comment section down below. And if you like what you see, then do please hit that YouTube thumbs up. So, first impressions are extremely important. Interviewers can reach a decision about a candidate very quickly, so make sure that you walk into that room as if you really want the job. Make a poor first impression and you might not be able to recover from it. How quickly do you sum up someone you've just met? It's probably less than a couple of minutes. Remember, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. You are literally on show from the moment you arrive at your employer's premises. Your interview starts immediately, so try not to look like you've just arrived for your own execution. Walk confidently into the building, smile at the receptionist, introduce yourself, explain who it is that you've come to see and why. It's always worth being as nice as pie with receptionists. They can have a surprising amount of influence in an organisation, not least because they know absolutely everyone. You will more than likely be asked to take a seat and wait for a few minutes, while someone comes down or across to meet you. There are those who say that you shouldn't sit and that you should remain standing because this somehow conveys enthusiasm. Well, I don't quite grasp that personally. I do feel your time is better spent sitting down, trying to relax, compose yourself. It probably wouldn't hurt to pick up any corporate literature that happens to be lying around and read it, or at least pretend to be reading it, with interest. It may in fact help to get you in the right frame of mind. In any case, research into body language reveals that most people perceive a sitting position as conveying confidence, power and authority. Whenever you were hauled into the headmaster's office at school, I was on a very regular basis, then who remained seated whilst you were forced to stand? Aha. The most likely person to come and collect you is the interviewer themselves. However, don't count on it. An assistant could easily be sent. Regardless, you should of course stand up the moment you approach, move forwards to greet them, smile and deliver a decent handshake. They will introduce themselves and you will then know who you are dealing with. And even if it is just an assistant, follow the same rule as for receptionists. Be nice to them. On the way to the interview or meeting room, it is normal to engage in a bit of light chit-chat as to your health, your journey, the weather, the news headlines, the sort of things that we Brits normally chat about to fill in awkward pauses. Don't let your nerves trick you into babbling. Just respond politely without going into too much detail. But do remember to speak up. A quiet little voice can have the same impact as a weak handshake. An interviewer is much more likely to look favourably on a candidate with whom they feel they have developed a rapport, so try to be friendly without being overly familiar. As you enter the interview room, you'll be invited to sit down, so take your seat, sit up straight, face the interviewer as if you were almost eager for that first question to be asked. And final impressions matter too, At the end of the interview, you'll normally be escorted to the exit, give the interviewer a final handshake, smile, and leave with your head held high. You are on show from the moment you arrived, and you will remain on show until you are right out of sight. If the stress of it was all too much for you, don't immediately get your fags out of your pocket and light up the moment you're out of the door. And if you think you've done very well, then don't perform a victory dance on the pavement. Avoid screeching excited at someone on your mobile phone. Basically, don't do anything except get yourself away and out of sight as quickly and quietly as possible. So now we're not far from the end of today's show. I'll be back tomorrow. Remember, this show is Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, each and pretty much every week, come rain or shine. Sorry, I already had this in a previous episode. James, don't sing. Just two more things. First, I must squeeze in some routine but important requests. Do please check me out on social media, connect, follow, or otherwise stalk me. Any questions about this episode, about the show in general, and indeed about life, the universe, vampires, whatever, then do please let me have them below. If you like this episode, then do please hit it with the YouTube thumbs up. Do think about subscribing, maybe ring the bell to receive notifications from YouTube when new episodes are uploaded. If you've already done all of that, then thank you. Finally, what is happening in the next episode? Well, tomorrow I'm going to be tackling a question from one of my viewers and also looking at an interview question, namely, what don't you like about this line of work? I do hope you'll tune in. Thank you for watching today. Keep safe and be well, my friends. Goodbye.